In this video I'll be comparing and opening the menu number 12 US MRE and the menu number 19 UK 24-hour ration pack. Okay, comparing the packaging. It's a simple but waterproof plastic bag container, which I've already opened this one. So you get 5 points for that. You get 2 points for this. It's just cardboard, but cardboard has a few uses. That's about it for those. For the weight, this menu number 19 comes in at 1,865 grams of weight. This menu number 12 comes in at 266 grams. But it's one meal, so if you want a fairer comparison, you'd have 3 of these for an equivalent to the British one, which would make it up to 2,298 grams, meaning that the UK 24-hour ration is more efficient on weight per meals than the US. Because of that, but obviously this one you could split up and move around the bag. The MREs get a total of 2 points, where the UK get a total of 5 points for efficiency. First I'm going to open and lay out the menu number 19 UK ration, and then I'm going to open up the US one of the MREs, and we'll do a comparison of all the stuff you have inside. Now just take out all of the US MRE contents. Now doing an overview comparison of what you'd find in the accessory kits for the US and the brew kit for the UK. So first, you've got the UK, we get a spork. It's bigger than the US spoon in, to be honest, most ways, but the handle is a bit thinner in that way, but it's actually thicker and more supportive in this way. The US spoon, bendy. It's something you'd find in a convenient store or supermarket, quite cheap. Get one moist towelette, and then the British one, you get alcohol-free antibacterial wipes. US, you get a small toilet paper type thing. UK you get Pampers, which you can see is 4 times the size. So to start with, spoon, I'd probably say the UK has got a stronger, better one. You can get deeper in, you can jab stuff, pick it up, it's better. Moist towelette is always going to lose against antibacterial large wipes. Toilet paper, you want more, so that's a good amount there. Like I said, it's like 4 times the amount, so even if you had 3 MREs, you'd still have more toilet paper in the British rations. Okay, now we have coffee. We've got an American instant coffee pack and 2 British instant coffee brands. You would probably give the Americans more points if you had multiple packs of these things, but we don't, so the British gets another point for coffee. Now we get another point that we can purify water. These are water purifying tablets. Each one of these can do 1 litre, and you can do up to 6 litres of water purifying tablets. Got tea, Americans don't seem to get tea for some reason. You get 6 packets of dental gum, 1 packet of dental gum, some matches, break off cheap wooden ones, maybe waterproof. Yeah, no, they're just cheap matches. Waterproof, stormproof matches in an extra watertight and airtight bag to make it even better. So you get iodized salt, which is something which the UK one doesn't have. So you get 1 point for the US for that. Get white sugar. Get 4 packets. Get 1 packet for the US. Not going to award anyone points for those. Creamers. Get 4 for the UK. You get 1 for the US. Overall, for both of them, because you get always 4 for the UK, and you only get 1, and if you had a whole day's worth of MREs, you would only get 3. Okay, I'll be comparing the additional drink powders which both rations and from the UK and the MREs from the US contain. So you got a chocolate protein drink, which this is like actually a very big pack because it's designed, which is one of the unique features, that if you peel off the top, it's a resealable water bottle container with the stuff in it already. So off the bat, you're going to have to give them another 2 points for actually having a unique reusable water bottle which is flat pack in there. So 2 points to the US. Then the UK, as usual, have loads of drinks. So we get an energy drinks, we get hot chocolates, we get powdered other fruit drinks. Get a total of 5 drinks in this pack versus the US where you get 1 drink. Even if you had a full day's worth of MREs, that's a total of 3 drinks versus 5. So the UK obviously gets a point for every extra drink it would have. So you would end up having 2 points for the UK, and then the US gets an additional point again, because even though it does not have another drink, it does have a bag for mixing drink powders in, which in this particular pack is not needed because there's only 1 drink and it's in a drink powder mixing bag, but this can also be used for the flameless ration heater to get the right water levels, because it has marked on it all the different information for water levels to powder drinks. These can also be used in conjunction with the UK ones. Okay, now it has the condiments that can be used on meals if you don't quite like them. The US comes with basically squeezy cheese, US style, and hot sauce, like a really cheap packet, one you'd find in a takeaway place. UK comes with a mini glass bottle Tabasco name brand, which they are really small. They're strong. They're quite good if you want to spice something up. The US in this case gets 3 points and the UK gets 1 point. Okay, for the 24-hour ration pack you get a total of 6 snacks. You get your pretzels, you get your bag of boiled sweets, all individually wrapped, 2 bars, your biscuits, and your dried mixture of pineapple and mango and papaya. It's quite nice, like a trail mixy type thing. Then for the British alternative of your sweets, you get the American Skittles, after it's open, you sort of just have to eat them and make sure they don't get wet, not individually wrapped. You get some bread, shelf stable, and some puree, mixed fruit. For this, I would say that the British get better on-the-go snacks. The Americans get better if you stay in one place snacks. The Skittles, you can obviously put out and eat. The bread, unless you want to eat it plain, you're going to have to open some of the puree, so it's not really something you'd have on the go as much. Because of that, the British get a total of 2 points and the Americans get 1 point on snacks. Okay, as you can see, the UK has a lot more main meals than the US, which has one. The US has one advantage, which is the flameless ration heater, which is because the US soldiers don't have hexi burners, and a lot of the UK soldiers carry a disposable cooker systems which they have in their pockets. Their burner, which is the flameless one the US has, I'll give them 3 points for that. It's only usable for one meal. If you have more than one meal in it, it'll probably just be slightly warm. So now we'll go on to the UK, where you get a dessert, a breakfast option, or like some food during the night. If you need to, you can warm it up and have yourself some muesli, which is quite nice. And then you also have your 3 meals. This is one of the reasons why the ration packs can be used for up to 2 days, even though they're recommended for 1, is because, as you see, you could split it up and you could have 3 meals one day and 2 meals another if you had the dessert as one of the meals, because they're quite large amounts. As a comparison, if we get the US meal and then we get one of the UK meals, you can see it's like 25% more food for each of the UK meals than the US. Because of that, I'd probably give the UK a 6 points for this, as it can be used optionally for 2 days, as well as the food being larger quantities in general. Okay, some of my favourite unique items from both packs now. So you've got with the US, it's the water measurements bag. They're useful, they're tiny, they can be compacted, they're great. Then with the powdered drinks bag, because it's also a bottle, that's what makes it better. The downside is you get one of them, which is not great, but usefulness, because it can be reused. You could pour some of the powdered drinks from the UK bag into that bag and just reuse it for stuff if you washed it out properly. Flameless ration heater. It's great for a single meal, but for any like hiking or multi-day thing, it's not so useful. But they're nice things, and they're mostly unique to the US one. Now, the UK, you've got a large Ziploc style type bag. It can hold the entirety of the 24-hour ration pack, which makes it similar to a MRE when sealed, because of it being a waterproof plasticky type layer. You also have the classic, featured in quite a few movies actually, boiled sweets for the British. These have been used at least from the 70s onwards, in the sense of this style and flavouring and packaging style for wood sweets. They come in different flavours. They're one of the berry flavours. Alright, so Tabasco, these are really popular with a lot of people who buy the British packs because they're tough. They don't break easily, even though these are actually glass, which is quite nice. It means that you won't have any leaching of the plastic, which could affect the flavour in the long term if you stored it for a couple of years. Get the Spork. It's tough, it's long, and it's easily usable. Water purifying tablets. They're good and also very good in emergencies. The hand wipes that are antibacterial are great because they're large. You can use them in first aid kits, you can use them after eating, to the bathroom, whatever. They're good when you're hiking and camping and doing stuff and outdoors. Matches, they're waterproof, they're windproof. The only downside with these is you only get a small number of them with your striker. More of them would probably be preferable. And that's it.